On behalf of the Asian Development Bank, let me first extend my warm welcome to the National Financial Markets Forum. The forum will share knowledge and improve coordination between regulators and market practitioners. And we look forward today to an exchange of ideas and to learn from good practices in other Asian countries on how to promote financial services and strengthen financial stability. I really would very much like to thank FRC and the government of Mongolia for organizing this important event together with ADB. My special thanks also to Japan for providing the grant financing which allows ADB to work in this very critical field. And since Mongolia joined ADB in 1991, we're delighted to see the great progress made in the financial sector in your country and commend the universal dedication and professionalism behind it. ADB has been very privileged to work with you in this process, and we look forward to successful cooperation well into the future. Ladies and gentlemen, over the last 2 decades, we have witnessed really rapid economic growth in Mongolia. And I always remember when I came to Mongolia first in 1992, GDP was less than $400 per head. Now it is 4,000. As a lecturer in an institute back then, my salary was 4,000 tugreks per month. I see Mr. Eingtavan in the audience, and my former faculty head, who will know this very well. And this salary was considered very good at the time. Returning 20 years later, we find Mongolia firmly ensconced as a middle-income country. And the challenge here, as with so many other Asian middle-income countries, is to ensure that the benefits of this prosperity accrue widely to citizens from all walks of life. And as the government has frequently made ADB aware, translating fast economic growth into employment creation is not always easy, especially when growth is led by capital-intensive extractive industries, I think as we heard just now from Mr. Speaker. As such, ADB fully and wholeheartedly agreed with the government's requests for us to concentrate on economic diversification and job creation. And it's in this context we recognize the very great importance of access to finance and financial literacy for all Mongolians, including, of course, people from rural areas and low-income households. And although there have been many improvements made in the financial sector, access to formal financial services remains below the regional average. According to the 2016 Doing Business survey, Mongolia ranks 59th in terms of access to credit, up from 2015, but still lagging the regional average. Nevertheless, if you compare Mongolia to most post-socialist countries in Asia, Mongolia is a leader, and we can only commend your efforts for that. One priority for ADB is that I would like to focus on in my talk is to assist Mongolia to create a better and more efficient regulatory environment for the country's micro-financial industry. We've worked very closely with the FRC to improve the regulatory environment, and as part of that process have worked with stakeholders, savings credit cooperatives across the country. Together with the FRC, we brought in global experts to assess the capacity of the financial system and to build up the capacity of the sector. I recall these experts arriving with open minds and leaving Mongolia as I was very impressed. ADB has worked very closely in many of the main financial developments over the last 20 years, and we've been enormously privileged to do so. We worked on setting up the first mortgage systems. We worked in setting up, in helping many of the leading banks of the country, in promoting savings and credit cooperatives. And our experience has been universally positive. And we're very pleased to witness that many small businesses and households, again across the country, are benefiting from financial institutions, not only financially but socially. Microfinancial institutions and savings credit cooperatives encourage teamwork and collaboration between all. And one feature that ADB has been particularly impressed by is the systematic approach to make sure that financial services are available across the country, across all IMECs and SUMs. And I think, again, this is a really tremendous achievement that everybody here can be so proud of. And a few days ago, ADB signed a $60 million loan with the government of Mongolia for the Credit Guarantee Fund to enhance the increased contribution of SMEs to economic diversification and employment generation. We will also continue our very successful agriculture and rural development project with an additional $50 million financing for SMEs. We're also considering technical assistance to improve microfinancial institution supervision and to support Mongolia in establishing deposit protection and stabilization funds on a grant basis. The very fact that we have had so much success in the financial sector means that we are very confident to continue investing in the sector in the future. So I sincerely hope you find this forum useful in your continued efforts to promote inclusive financial services in Mongolia and improving financial literacy across the country, including people from all walks of life. So let me conclude my opening remarks by appreciating your active participation and support. Thank you very much.